now. Okay, everybody, get Shadowboxers in your brain again. Hit it, John. Well, let's just bring one in right now. We got Adam Hoffman, the pride of Washington High School, by the way.
Hey, Adam.
Adam, good morning.
How you guys doing? Good morning.
Where are you this morning, by the way?
Somewhere outside of Cincinnati, I think.
You sound like I'm not quite sure.
You know how you know that you've made your dream is you don't even know where you are.
Yeah, exactly. Oh. I'm in a Hampton Inn lobby somewhere.
Yeah. Well, let's start with how did you get here? I know you went off to Emory, which, by the way, is like one of those schools that pretty good in Atlanta, and you met a couple of people. Give us the thumbnail of your trip to today, would you please, Adam?
Yeah, sure. So I graduated from Wash in 2007, and I went to Atlanta to go to Emory. I met my bandmates sort of the first year there. We played around college for, our whole time there. And about a week after we graduated, we went on tour, opening for and as the backing band for the Indigo Girls. And we did that for 2.5 years. We came off the road with them and we're trying to figure out what to do. We put up a cover of Justin Timberlake's Push Your Love Girl on YouTube, tweeted at him. He somehow saw it, and he tweeted about it, sent us a direct message asking how to get in touch. So we gave him my phone number, and about a week after that, he called me on a Sunday in Atlanta. We talked for like an hour. He just wanted to know more about the band. And about a week after that, he took us all to dinner in Atlanta, and then he co-produced our EP that came out a month ago, and we're on tour opening for him.
Okay, now I don't want to, over-geek out on this because you were already kind of established in a way by the time you talked to him, and so you probably felt in part like a colleague. But what was that like when he contacted you personally?
It was completely out of control.
Yeah.
I was in my apartment in Atlanta, and I have like a tiny white fluffy dog, and I was so afraid that it was going to start barking, so I locked myself in the bathroom.
Nobody talked to me.
I love it.
Everyone, shut up.
And then, that's the initial freak out is I need everybody to just stop, and then you're going to meet Justin Timberlake in person. What do I wear?
Let's talk about your music here too, because you guys. You've got a great sound. How are you making your music? How's that coming together? How is it evolving with Justin's kind of fingerprints a little bit on it? Talk about the music for a minute.
Yeah, so we've evolved a lot over the years. And I think really in the past 3.5 years, really since meeting Justin, we sort of locked ourselves in our studio, and we live in Nashville now. And we literally wrote and recorded every single day for 2.5 years. We recorded 150 songs, and through that process, and when we'd finish a recording, we'd send it to him, and he'd send back feedback, and we'd kind of go back and forth. And through that whole process, we sort of distilled and sort of organically figured out what our sound was. It was sort of like process of elimination. We love so many different genres, and we can do so many different things. It was a lot of trial and error to really figure out what our identity was.
So he mostly kind of helped you with focus. Is that kind of it?
Yeah, and to really figure out how to make we're a pop band, but one of the things we love about Justin and all his records is that there's serious musicality on those songs, and they sound really organic. And that's something he really helped us to figure out, was how to allow for the complexity that we love, but to put it in a format that's totally listenable, but still really organic and natural and funky and, rhythmic.
We got Cedar Rapids' own Adam Hoffman on from the Shadowboxers right now. I don't want to get too far into the weeds with that, but can you give me a specific thing that he told you that you went a light bulb went off?
What did Justin say to you that really clicked?
Yeah, it was actually the first time we met him, and we were talking about music, and he said, do one of the things I would recommend, and this helped me in my own career, was to try to write a song for one of your favorite artists, Like, write a song that you would want them to record, and then imagine yourself covering that song. And it was such cool advice because we'd been doing covers for so many years, and, you know, he discovered us because of a cover of his song, but it sounds like us doing his song. So it was, write a song for your favorite artist, and then imagine that you're covering that song, and it'll sound like you.
That's totally Inception, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very meta.
I want to match up what's happening right now. And you know what? I don't know what part of the book we're in with you, because you've achieved something great already, but you're still on your way to what you really want, I presume. How far into the book do you feel like you are? And how does it match up with the dreams you had when you were a student at Wash?
Yeah, it's crazy because we've been a band now for 9 years, which is a really long time to be a band. But we feel like this EP is our first album, and, you know, a lot of people are discovering us right now as a new artist, and that's totally cool with us. Like, we feel like we are just starting right now.
Tour exposure is where it begins, and you're getting that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Is there a certain amount of pressure that comes with that, too? I mean, you're opening up for audiences that are enormous.
Yeah, there's an enormous amount of pressure, and also we're opening up for one of the greatest entertainers of all time. So, you know, it was a lot of work to figure out how we can exist on that stage, opening for Justin Timberlake, in front of an audience that, you know, is expecting serious entertainment. We put in a ton of work ahead of time, and it's really paying off now.
Check me with this one too, Adam, because I think that opening acts always get jobbed by the sound guy because they don't want you to sound better than the headliner. Are you getting jobbed by the sound guy, or how's that working out?
It was a little trial and error there as well, but Justin. He like, we talked to him about it, and he was like, I don't care. You guys should be loud. Like, I want people to come and have a party. And, you know, it's not like we're going to upstage him. It's impossible.
He's secure. He's secure. How does the I'm afraid to ask you this, but how's the business relationship work with him? Are you with his label? I don't know what I could probably find this on the internet, but I've got you here.
Yeah.
How's that work?
We signed with his new artist development company, so it's not technically a label. We are distributed through the Sony system with Red Music, but we're on his artist development company. We could, with them, still sign to any number of different labels. So
what's next? Because you're with him for a while. What's the master plan, Adam?
We want to keep releasing a lot more music. We've spent so many years sort of in our own little cave and figuring out how to record and how we really want to maximize this. And we've got a ton more music in the can, and we want to release a lot more this year.
You excited about coming back to Cedar Rapids in August? You're going to open up for Maroon 5.
I'm so pumped. It's too cool.
Are they someone you know? Have you ever met them?
We met their guitar. We were listening in on Justin's studio session out in L.A. last year when he was recording Man of the Woods, and Maroon 5 was in the room next door. And we hung out with the guitar player for quite a while, and he was super cool, but haven't met Adam yet.
I want you to put that little sentence in a little... one of those time capsules. Again, because the last time I saw you, I'm so sorry to keep bringing this up, but you were a high school kid, and you're saying these things now. I just love it. I feel like your dad all of a sudden.
Is there a plan when you get home? Like, do you have a home cooking plan? Like, things that you want to do when you get back to Cedar Rapids?
Well, my wife and I try to make it home for Thanksgiving every year, and I love coming back to Cedar Rapids, and it still feels like home, and I got the best parents in the world. And,
yeah, you do.
You know, it's really crazy to be talking to you guys too, because I listen to you every single morning on the way to school.
We're so proud of you. Seriously, I love what's happening. And you know what? It's 9 years to be an overnight success. It's hard work.
That's right.
It's talent. It's a grind, and you're doing it, and you've done it, and it's in process. I know, but we're so proud of you. Can't wait to see you in August. Okay, Adam?
Awesome.
Adam Hoffman with the Shadowboxers. How cool is that?
Amazing.